continue the work. So what will happen with the absolute value function? So if limit x approaches to 0, absolute value of x divided by x is written, then what will happen? So let's see here. If I put here 0 by 0, I will get indeterminate forms. So what I will do, first of all, I have to find out the limit x approaches to 0 from the left side and limit x approaches to 0 from the right hand side. And I explained that whenever we have the square absolute value of x, we can write it as negative x and we can write it as positive x. We write negative x when x is less than 0. When we write positive x, it means x is greater than 0. X is less than 0 means we can read the limit x approaches to 0 from the left side, and x greater than 0 means we are reading the limit x approaches to 0 from the right hand side. So for 0 from the left hand side, for the absolute value, you will take negative x value divided by x. X and x cancel out. So you will have limit x approaches to 0 from the left hand side negative 1. Apply the limit, so you will get negative 1. Now you will have 0 from the right hand side. For the limit, you will take this positive x. It means you will write x divided by x. This will be cancelled out and you will come up with limit x approaches to 0 from the positive side. From the right hand side is 1. Apply the limit. Answer is 1. So left hand side is not equals to the limit of the right hand side. It means the limit does not exist. You have to give the reason also. So it means the limit does not exist. So limit does not exist. Now you can go to the graph and graph directly with the help of the calculator. Otherwise we know this, that if we want to make a graph, so on the 0 the answer is negative 1, that is negative 1, and it is all going to the left hand side. Negative 1 is excluded. Now from the positive 1, all the answer are equals to positive 1 and positive 1 is also excluded. So this is the way we can make the graph. Now let's see what will happen in the next question. Limit x approaches to 3, 2 over x minus 3. If you write here domain, why? Because if I write in the denominator 3 minus 3, of course I will get the vertical asymptote. So x minus 3 not equals to 0, x not equals to 3. So I have at x equals to 3 a vertical asymptote. So in order to solve the vertical asymptote questions, I explained you that you have the two ideas, that if you don't have the graphic calculator, if you have the graphic calculator, you can write in the graphic calculator the function itself, that means 2 divided by x minus 3, and get the answers. And if not, then you can use limit x approaches to 3 from the left side, and you will write limit x approaches to 3 from the right side. And in place of x, the very first answer from the left side, let's see here, if you have 3, the left side you will get 2.999 and on the right side you will have 3.001. You can replace it in the question and from here find out whether it is positive infinity or negative infinity. So you will have 2.999 minus 3. So if you divide this one from the left side, you will come up with the negative infinity. And if you divide the second one, you will come up with the positive infinity. You can graph it also, that on the 3, you will have a vertical asymptote, and you will see that the graph, first one from the left side, it is going to the negative infinity, and from the right side it is going to the positive infinity. Now the next idea is you have to determine the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit of the molten glass after t seconds, and by evaluating the limits of the rational with the square root functions at infinity, applying analytical approach. We know that whenever we have limit x approaches to negative infinity, the most important thing is that we always take the highest degree of the denominator and divide all the terms with that variable with that highest power. So in this denominator, the highest power is square root of x square. I know that it is x square, but since it is written with the square root, see, we have to write it with square root x square. But if we write without the square root, it can be written as x. So when any function you are dividing the function without the square root, like in the numerator, you will divide with the x because it is equivalent to square root of x square. So let's see what we will do. Negative infinity, so 5x over x minus 8 over x divided by square root 6x square over x square plus 4 over x square. Now see that this is negative infinity. So I told you whenever you have a square root and the negative sign, so put the negative near the square root. Now solve this, x and x cancel, so you will get 5 minus 8 over x divided by, here you have minus 6 because x square and x square cancel, and 4 over x square. Now apply the limit. Do not forget to write here limit x approaches to negative infinity. Now apply the limit. So 5 minus 8 over infinity, square root of 6 plus 4 over infinity square, it means infinity, and here minus. We already read this negative infinity and we put the negative over here. So 5 minus any number divided by infinity, answer is 0. So 5 over infinity, answer is 0, minus here square root 6 plus 4 over infinity is 0. So answer is negative 5 over root 6. If here in the question answer is, the limit is negative infinity, don't forget to put a negative sign near the square root, otherwise your answer will come up with 5 over square root 6, which is considered as the wrong answer. Now let's see here. Again you will see only the denominator and you will divide everything with the highest degree of the denominator's variable. Highest degree in the denominator is x square without the square root. But in the numerator, there is a square root. So x square inside the square root can be written as x to the power 4. Now divide everything, all the terms which are inside the square root by x to the power 4. But all the values that are without the square root will be divided by x square. So this is the basic idea you have to catch up. Now its limit x approaches to infinity only. Solve it. x4 cancel, x square cancel. So you will have limit x approaches to infinity. Square root of 3 plus 7 over x to the power 4 whole divided by x square cancel. You will left with 1 plus 3 over x square. Now apply the limit. So 3 plus 7 over infinity over 1 plus 3 over infinity. Infinity square is infinity. Now number divided by infinity, answer is 0. So here 3 plus 0 divided by 1 plus 0. So answer is square root of 3. So that is the answer. Now what we have learned today. So far we know how to evaluate the rational functions, polynomial functions, square root functions, trigonometric functions by using different strategies or the properties of the limits. We understood how to use the limit process combined with the real life problems. We understood how to read the limits of the piecewise function or discuss the continuity of the piecewise function. We understood how to solve for the x and find the continuity or discontinuity at that point. We understood how to find the vertical asymptote by understanding or by finding the limits, infinite limits, and also the limits at the infinity. And also we understood that how to calculate the velocity, means applying the same idea in the real life application. So if you understood the whole concept, then just like the video before you go. And I know you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so it's my humble request to subscribe my channel quickly.